Okay, you should be good to go.
Perfect. Good afternoon, class. How are you guys today?
Good.
Good. Ready to learn some more English? So, you guys remember that at the last class we learned different vocabulary for how to tell time. We learned how to tell time. So if I were to draw a clock up here and put a time on it, you would be able to say, it is 9 a.m., it is 6 p.m., or it is 9 in the morning, different things like that. So let's just review some of those phrases. I'm going to put an example on the board and we're going to try to fill in the blank. So I blank at 9 a.m. So before we fill in the blank, can either of you tell me another way to say a.m.?
In the morning.
Yes, good. So a.m. you can also say in the morning, and that can be at the end of the sentence instead of a.m. So what is the morning? There's morning, there's afternoon, there's evening. Morning is
The beginning.
the beginning of the day. Yes, good job. Well, so what are some of the things that you do in the morning? The first things you do in your day?
Wake up.
Yeah, so you might wake up. We'll just go ahead and fill in the blank right here. So 9 a.m., it's a pretty normal time to wake up. So you could say, I wake up at 9 a.m. What's something else you do in the morning?
Brush teeth.
Brush teeth. So are you brushing your teeth or my teeth?
My teeth.
Yes. So how would you say it in this sentence?
I brush my teeth at 9 in the morning.
Yes, so good. Great job. So those are some different things you might do in the morning. We said brush my teeth. That's good. So let's do another problem to practice a different time of day. So I blink at 6 p.m. So we're going to do the same thing, but what is another way that you can say p.m.? So up here we have in the morning, so you might say in the
Night.
at night or in the afternoon. So it's kind of confusing because a.m. it's really just in the morning, but p.m. can be kind of confusing because it can be in the afternoon, in the evening, or like Andrew said, at night, where you use a different word. You use the word at to say at night. So let's just clarify that confusion a little bit before we get started. So I would say that the afternoon is probably from maybe 1 p.m. or noon to 5 p.m. And then I would say the evening would be from 5 p.m.-ish to, let's say, I would say 8 p.m. And then at night, I would say it's 8 p.m. anytime after 8 p.m. Does that make sense? So p.m. can mean any of these, but they all have different times associated with them. So what are some things that you might do in the afternoon, from like 1 or noon to 5 p.m.?
I go to school.
So we'll put, well, we won't put that one for 6 p.m. because probably won't go to school at 6 p.m. So 6 p.m., that's probably the evening. So what would you do at 6 p.m.?
Eat.
Yeah, so maybe you would eat dinner at 6 p.m. Good job. So like what's one thing you said, go to school. So we'll say go to school. And then what's maybe one thing you will do at night?
Sleep.
Yeah, you might go to bed. I like to go to bed at 9 p.m., but you might go to bed at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., or you can also say I go to bed at 10 at night, or in the evening if you want to include that in the evening instead of at night. So, we're going to do an activity to practice how to put these different things like waking up, brushing teeth, eating dinner, going to school, going to bed, and some more. We're going to practice putting these in the big categories of morning, afternoon, and evening. We're going to include at night in the evening section. So we're going to play a game. You guys are going to get into partners, and I have these different cards, and I have the 3 categories of morning, afternoon, and evening, and we'll leave those out, and then I'm going to mix all of these different pictures up that they also have the words on them, and you're going to get into partners and put these in the different categories. So Hannah, you can start, or Andrew can start, and then you'll change it up. So yeah, you guys, I'll move this, and then y'all can move over here. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Eat dinner. Go to bed. Morning. Eat lunch. Go to class. Exercise. Brush your teeth. Morning. Get dressed. Morning. Eat breakfast. Morning. Leave for school. Morning. Do homework. Afternoon.
Never.
Good job. Oh, so only one of you did it, right? Or did you do it together?
We did it together.
Okay. Do you want to do it one more time just to make sure you get it?
I'll let you do most of it.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were. Okay.
You guys are doing great.
You can do the reading this time.
Eat lunch. Brush your teeth. Go to bed. Eat dinner. Watch a movie. Leave for school. Eat breakfast. Do homework. Go to class. Get dressed. Exercise. Wake up. Take a shower. Do homework. I'm just kidding.
Great job. Okay, so as you were doing it, I was watching. Oh, you can go ahead and go back to your seat. Were any of them kind of hard to figure out where to put them? Like, could you put some of them in 2 different spots? Yeah, so you brush your teeth. How many times a day do you usually brush your teeth? 2, yeah. When do you usually do it?
AM
Mm-hmm.
and PM.
Yeah, so in the morning, and then what time during PM?
10 at night.
10 at night, so like at night in the evening time. That's really good. So we're actually going to do a little bit more of the activity, because as you're doing it, like maybe you do your homework in the morning and you do it in the afternoon. Like, we have different schedules. Different people have different schedules. So I want you guys to talk to each other. Just come up with like simple sentences, like the example. So I will say, wake up at 9 a.m. And then I want you to do that, but for the whole day. And just give as specific of times as you can. But if it's something like you brush your teeth, then you can use those transition words we talked about like a few weeks ago and say, I wake up at 9 a.m. After I wake up, I brush my teeth. And then maybe you'll say, I eat lunch at noon. Does that make sense? Okay, so go ahead and talk to each other about that and do maybe like 5 to 6 sentences each, just simple of the different things you do throughout the day in order. And you can use those to help if you want.
Okay. You or me first?
You.
I wake up at 9 a.m. Then I brush my teeth. I take a shower at 10 a.m. After I get dressed, I eat lunch at noon. I leave for school before that. I eat dinner in the evening. I go to bed at night.
Good job. Andrew, do you want to go?
I wake up at 7 in the morning. I eat breakfast. Next, I brush teeth. Next, I take a shower. Next, I get dressed. I leave for school. Go to class. Exercise. No. Leave for school, eat lunch, go to class. Exercise.
What time do you eat lunch?
12.
So how would you say that?
I eat lunch at 12.
Good job. Well, AM or PM?
PM.
Good.
I eat dinner. I do homework. Watch movie. Go to bed.
Great job. Okay, you can come back to your seat. And we'll wrap it up. Okay, so that was really fun. So just to give you like maybe a real life place or a situation where you might be able to use some of this. Have you ever made a dentist appointment?
No.
No, you haven't? Well, sometimes you'll call the dentist and you'll need to get your teeth cleaned or make an appointment every year or something. And you'll call and they'll say, okay, we have appointments on Wednesday at 9 a.m. or on the same day at 10 a.m. What time do you want to make your appointment? So using this, if you want to make an appointment for a time, how might you say that? So what are you doing?
Dentist?
Yeah, so you're making an appointment to see the dentist. So I'll say, I would like to make an appointment. So this is what you're doing. It's kind of long, but I would like to make an appointment, and they gave you the option at 9 a.m. or at 10 a.m. Which one would you choose? Maybe. Okay, so you would say at 10 a.m. So this is just one way that you might be able to use what we learned today in a real life scenario or situation. And also, you might just have to answer questions. Like someone might say, what time are you eating lunch? And you say, I am eating lunch at noon. So just as you are going throughout your week, maybe pay attention to when you realize or think about using this language, and we can talk about how you used it during this following week during our next lesson. Thanks, guys.
Great job, Lamar.